Food is love. That is the motto of one of our all-time favorite restaurants, the Summer Shack, with locations at Alewife in Cambridge, Dalton Street in the Back Bay, and at Mohegan Sun. And this place has been a favorite in my family since the day they opened. My brother Michael actually got married at the Summer Shack in Cambridge. And for seafood and comfort food and just that classic New England clam shack kind of vibe all year round, it is the perfect place. And here to give us a taste is my good buddy Vincent Lombardi from the Summer Shack. All right, Vinny, we're gonna start with the number one item. The first item I had at the Summer Shack, the one I will recommend to people all over the world. If you're gonna come to New England, the one dish you have to get is the Pan Roasted Lobster. Describe it and what makes it so legendary.
Oh my God, well that comes from our chef Jasper White, who to me is the best chef in America, and
yes.
I'll say that. He took a Chinese style version of a lobster and infused it with his French style. So what they do is they take the lobster, they cut into 6 pieces, and it's gonna have some bourbon, some sherry, some beurre blanc, some chives, and just dump it all over the plate. It's absolutely amazing.
There is something about that sauce which is so rich, so luxurious, so buttery. It's like, honestly, I would eat anything inside of that sauce. And then once you realize this is like fresh, delicious lobster and is cooked by master chefs like you guys have, you understand why I literally think this is one of the ultimate dishes in all of New England. And speaking of lobster, I mean, you talk about the guy that kind of designed the Summer Shack from the beginning, Jasper White, and he knows more about lobster than anyone. And he also does a baked stuffed lobster, of course. Yes. Your kitchen turns this baby out. It's very popular. Tell me about the baked stuff.
Oh, the baked stuff's a king dish. And again, it's a dish you need as well after you have a pan roasted lobster. So it's got beautiful cornbread stuffing, lots of shrimp, a ton of butter in it, and that's a secret ingredient. And when it's baked, it just, you can put it all over yourself. It's amazing.
I do. That's one of those dishes. You don't care how messy it is. You don't care. I don't want a lobster bib.
Yes.
I want to be covered in breadcrumbs and lobster and all kinds of butter all over me. The baked stuff is amazing.
It's a statement dish.
It is. It's a statement dish. Now let's take a statement dish, maybe like a lunch statement dish, which to me is the lobster roll. Yes. All right. There are a million clam shacks from coastal Maine, Cape Cod. People always ask me, where do you go for a great lobster roll? And I will tell them, you can go to the Summer Shack and get a lobster roll as good as anything you will find in Maine, as good as anything you will find in the Cape. And you also do the 2 different styles, right? So talk about the lobster rolls.
Yeah, sure. Our lobster rolls are so fresh. When you walk into any Summer Shack, you get a 1,200-gallon live lobster tank. So we're shucking meat every single day.
Yes.
And we do 2 versions. We do a nice hot version, which is the lobster meat sauteed in some butter and put back into the bun, which again is great because you're going back to the butter. Yep. And it's amazing. And then we go more traditional New England style with a little tarragon mayo, some diced cucumbers for a little texture, and put that back in the lobster roll. So
now, as a guy who is surrounded by a lot of amazing seafood and lobster on a daily basis, I have to ask you, your preference. Would you go for the hot lobster roll, Vinny, or go for the cold traditional lobster roll?
I'm going hot all day.
You're going hot?
You give me the butter. It's all about the butter.
I see.
So
I understand. And hence, that's every dish we've thus far talked about. So let's talk about a dish that isn't so heavy on the butter, but still might be a little bit on the indulgent side, which is fried chicken. Now, what is fried chicken even doing on the menu? I don't know. But I will tell you this, and I mean this sincerely, ladies and gentlemen, you will not find better fried chicken in New England than the Summer Shack. Print it. I want to know what the secret is here.
Well, you know, the secret is chicken. No.
It's actual chicken in the chicken?
So the chefs, you know, they cut a 3.5 pound chickens to order. It's soaked in buttermilk. I can't tell you the ingredients and the spice, or I'm going to take Jasper White out of retirement, and he's going to be up here. So we swore secrecy to him, and I will give it that to him. So.
But it is funny though how, like, you know, you come in here, people are getting lobsters, they're getting fresh seafood, they're getting all this stuff, but almost like every table has fried chicken.
Yeah, I mean we're dedicated to it. It's got its own fry later. There's no cross contamination.
Wow.
And we got one person just frying chicken all night long. So
well, I want to be best friends with whoever that person is. So next time I come in, make sure I want to hang out. I want their cell phone number. I want their Snapchat. I just want to hang out with a fried chicken person at Summer Shack. But honestly, I also love just sitting at the bar, hanging out, getting a beer or a tiki drink, glass of wine, and having your raw bar. I mean, I think for oysters, if you love this kind of stuff, if you love oysters, Summer Shack does such a great, and I know that was like from the day you guys opened, that was a very important focus for you guys. So tell me about your kind of raw bar program.
Oh man, when we opened 20 years ago, we were the only raw bar. So we really kind of started this. Now you see them all over the place. So There's nothing like some fresh South Bay blonde oysters, some cherry stones from Wellfleet. We also have our tuna sashimi, which is a nice fresh South Bay blonde oyster, some yellowfin tuna on top, some seaweed salad, some tobacco eggs, and then a little soy ginger drizzled all over. I mean,